Hi Ronlings, what an absolutely glorious day, look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. So the reason I'm on the beach today is this next toy I've got to play with kind of dictated coming here really, because I bought a fishing tent named by, there's no name on it, it was from Temu. It took about a month and a half to get here, which I wasn't really happy with, but it was really cheap. So I was perusing the Temu, as you do, having a mooch. When I've got a bit of spare time, I have a little mooch through. And my partner looked over and happened to glance over and looked at the tent I was scrolling past and said, yeah, what's that? And I said, well, it's a fishing tent. And she said, well, why is that better than, you know, a camping tent? And I went, stupid, because when you I don't know why they're better. I don't know why they're, you know, one tent's better than the other, but that left a great opportunity, an idea to buy a fishing tent and take it camping and see what why it isn't a backpacking tent, and see the good things about it, the bad things about it, why it works as it doesn't work as a fishing tent, why it doesn't work as a backpacking tent, which I'm sure it doesn't. And that'd be the fun of it, the whole fun of it. And it's a freestanding tent, so that's why I brought it to the beach, because it's impossible to get things to stay in the stones on this beach when you're driving pegs into the ground. When I've tried it before, it's been really difficult trying to get the pegs to stay in, and this is freestanding, so I thought I'd try it on the beach where it's particularly difficult to put a normal tent, and see how it fares with that as well. Plus it's a glorious day, why wouldn't you want to be here? So that's it, that's today's fun. It's going to try out a fishing tent and see what makes it a fishing tent, and see how it fails as a camping tent. Right, so and just in case you hear noises or I talk off camera or something, my partner is here. She's decided to come up and visit, because it's a glorious day, so why not? She can come up and visit, and then leave me here alone when I camp. So the problem I've got today is it's blowing a gale up here. As you might have guessed, I did the time lapse, but I stopped it because it was starting to take forever because it kept blowing away. I stopped the time lapse. I had just a couple more bits to do. I'm holding on to the tent at the moment, because so here's problem number one, is this very tall tent, and it's just taking all the wind. I daren't let go of it. I chucked a ton of stones inside. I chucked a ton of stones inside up that end and out that end to try and weigh it down, because it's just taking all the wind. So dare I step back? There it is. This I can't tie up because the tie is broke already. I didn't break it, it came like that. See, that's supposed to be a loop. It's just a long one, and I sort of put it in there like that, and it just keeps coming out. So my first impressions is don't bring it if it's windy. I mean, this isn't a really strong wind, but yeah, it seems to be trying to knock this thing over. So obviously that. I'll tell you the other thing, it hasn't got tape seams, so it will leak. Now in my experience, when they haven't got tape seamed, helicopter, when they haven't got tape seamed, it obviously rains and rains and rains, and once the cotton stitching saturates, then that starts to pour inside the tent, so it's not going to be waterproof for long periods of time. Quick shower maybe. But it was really cheap. It was, oh, what was it? I think it was like 20 quid. So it was really cheap. So that's the first problem, no tape seams. But it's meant for you know, fishing. So what does that mean? I mean, do fishermen sleep overnight in it, or do they just use it for a few hours? You can't use it in the wind. It's just, you know, and I see loads of fishermen on the beach. It's like sort of breeze, and it's just trying to go over. It has got pegs, but they're the smallest, thinnest pegs in the world, and I'm not even going to attempt to put them in because it's just a waste of time. And there's no guy ropes. It's just one on each foot. That would do absolutely nothing. And as I said, I just threw some stones inside to give it a bit more stability, but it really doesn't like it. Around the back, you've got a big hole. I opened that up as well with the intentions of trying to let the air blow through it so it doesn't blow it over, so it's less of a sail. And that doesn't match up either. When you let this down, because obviously it's got Velcro around the sides, when you let that down, this bit doesn't quite match up. It's a bit big, so it's not quite fitting properly. So, you know, little problems. My biggest one is just the wind. It's just trying to go over all the time, and it's not even that strong a wind. They have on the advert, it showed, I brought it with me, a little cot tent. I'm gonna put that up later.
What bed?
I'll put that up later. There goes another gust. And it showed it advertised with the cot tent in it. I happen to already have one, so I'm gonna put that in. Yeah, it doesn't have any vestibule, so there's no storage. But if you put the cot tent in, then
oh God, it's a cot bed, you idiot!
Off the ground, so that gives you storage. But I suggest, if you were considering this, which I am less so, don't put the cot tent up until it's actually time for bed, because you're going to want to sit in it and cook your meals and stuff if it's raining or miserable, or you just want to cook inside. And don't put the cot bed up until it's time for bed, because once the cot bed goes up, you've got no space and nowhere to cook. You've got to do it all outside. But my biggest issue is this isn't going to stay up all night. So I had a right old laugh getting it in. My partner was laughing her head off, not helping, just laughing. I've put the cot bed in there now. It's a tight fit. I can't see what you can see. It's a tight fit. It goes in, but as you can see, it takes up the whole inside. But now you've got storage underneath, so you kind of gain something back by not having a vestibule, by just the fact that you're raised off the ground. And that has also helped, because the feet go right into the corners. That's also helped stability a bit. You know, I'm not even on it, but just I think just the fact that it's spread all the corners out has given it a lot more stability. We'll see when the next gust comes. So maybe it's doable after all. Obviously when I'm lying on it, it's going to hold it down, but that doesn't stop the top from flexing and moving around and potentially ripping something though, because my weight is just holding on to the bottom of the sheet. It's not actually holding the poles down. So there's still a potential for it to rip or tear and still come off. We'll see. If I wake up in the morning and it's just me and the cot bed, and we'll see what happens, because as I'm saying it, it's not so funny. But there's your problem anyway. It's very tall. I mean, it's great, you can put a chair inside it and sit inside it while you've got your rod out, and you can then make it as a bed, as I said before, when you want to go to bed. But you can sit inside it and cook inside it, and I always bring a table with me and all that until you need to go to bed, then make it a cot bed when you go to bed. I don't know how fishermen use them. It's all coming undone. Yeah, when I stopped the time lapse, all I had left to do was this pole up the top here, which gives it strength. And there's a pole here that goes across, and there's one at the other end. I hadn't put those in yet, but I stopped the time lapse because I don't know, I felt like the time lapse is going on forever, and I spent most of my time chasing the tent. So I just stopped it. But I don't know, it's you've got a pocket in there, and you've got a little window. I'm leaving that open to let the wind go through it. It's quite cozy. It's quite a cozy little setup. But yeah, you can actually see the light. I don't know if you have a camera, but you can see the light coming through the stitching all the way along pretty much. So it isn't gonna, that is going to leak. It's not something I look like I have to worry about, because look at that, really marvellous. But you know, as a if you're worried about it raining, you will get wet. So it'll make a good beach shelter. You can see, you could sit in it like that. That's my partner is showing. So if you put a chair at each end, just brought it to the beach and sat inside it, because it's actually quite comfy, quite cozy, shall I say, sitting inside it. Sun's in my face. It's actually quite cozy sitting inside it. Nice little roofy sun. Little hole out the back to look out and spy on people. So it's actually not bad. And when you're looking outside, look, that's not bad, is it? It's quite nice to sit in. It's quite nice to sit in. Should have turned it more to the beach. But at the time the wind was blowing from that direction. This was dictated by the wind. The wind was blowing, I wanted it blowing end on. The wind seems to have died right down now. Now I've put the tent up and there's no fun in it anymore. The man upstairs has gone, no, I'm not going to bother blowing any wind then if you've already done it. So maybe this is doable. I was having doubts when it was blowing a gale and it was trying to fall over and I couldn't pick it up, and it did. I did have to chase it down the beach as well. I put my bag inside it, and that's a really heavy bag, and it still managed to roll the bag out of the tent and it took off down the beach. And I was at this point thinking, this ain't doable. I'm not going to do this. But now the cot's in it and the wind's calmed down a bit, so I think maybe this is doable again. Here comes the 360. Today's 360. Here we go. Okay, so there's today's 360. Just giving you a little look at my environment, what I see when I'm here. That's the point of doing it if you're new here, just to let you have a look at the layout of the land and get you an idea of what I'm seeing. Well done everybody. So dinner tonight is, I don't know why I'm showing you that because I've ripped the label off. It's Uncle Ben. Oh no, it's not Uncle, and he's not my uncle anymore, it's just Ben. I don't like Ben because I don't know him as well as Uncle Ben. And I forgot I keep saying that. I think I said that last time. I forgot this, forgot that, forgot that. I forgot to get any half decent food. What I mean is, this is nice. I didn't get anything to go with it to complement it. We dived into a petrol station on the way here, and it wasn't much in it. So that I bought that, which is really nice. But I didn't have anything to go with it because there wasn't anything in the shop. I seem to remember doing that last time. I think on the last camp I had a tin of something in the van. It was the last thing in the van. So I had to take that with me because that's all there was. I need to start rethinking my food a bit better. I haven't bought any breakfast tomorrow either. I've just realised. I haven't bought any breakfast.
Get some croissants. Yeah.
As my partner just said, I thought we were going to get some croissants. She doesn't normally speak like that. Or am I just used to it now? And that's have you got any croissants in this?
Like this.
Yeah, that's better. Much more manly. Yeah, so I didn't bring any breakfast tomorrow. I just forgot that. In the last video, I said how fed up I was with all the beans and sausages. I bought a big box of MREs, and I'm sick of beans and sausages now because that was predominantly the main meal. And so I wanted to bring something a bit more interesting for breakfast, and I've just realised I've completely forgotten the breakfast. So I might have to have a McDonald's breakfast. There's nowhere to actually hang a light off of in here. I don't know what to do with that. It's nice actually sitting and just looking out the... I'll have to unzip for the moment. There's enough there to sort of just poke my head out. Not poke my head out, I mean just look out. The old curtains twitching. It's so comfortable and so warm in here, even with the door open. But there's nowhere to hang my light off of. Can't put it anywhere. But it feels lovely in here. The wind's really died down now, so that has helped a lot. But it's super warm in this. It has sort of a foily inside, which I think helps with the heat. But this is really nice. I'm gonna just lie in here. You know, you're on the cot bed, so you've got loads of room. So it's really comfortable, but obviously, you know, you're carrying a cot bed. You can't consider that a backpacking item. My van's not far away, so I didn't have to carry it far. So, but I'm surprised how mega comfortable it is in here. I think I find it hard to stay awake. So a problem I've reached is I can't actually do the zip up all the way to the bottom because it's so tight. This bed is such an exact fit that it won't. It's pulled how can I put it? The bed itself has pulled the tent so taut that I can't get the zip up all the way. Must be to do the design of the bed, because you can see, let me spin it around, you can see that pole pushing right into the corner there, and the pole does stick out the end of the bed a bit. Yes, I'm having to carry this around because I've forgotten my blooming GoPro light. But yeah, so the beams that go across do stick out the edge of the bed quite a bit, so that's an issue. It's pulling the tent really taut, and I can't get the zip all the way up to the bottom, so that's an issue. But other than that, well, if we talk quick here because my battery's just about to go, that's a lovely view. Look at that, lovely view, a lovely feeling. it's nice and comfy in here. I mean, obviously that's an issue, the not being able to zip it all the way to the bottom, but luckily for me the weather's lovely and that's not really causing a problem. The zip is kind of level with the bed. I may be able to get it a bit lower so the hole's actually underneath the bed. Don't think that's going to cause an issue. Maybe I'll get out and have a fiddle with it. I want to, just before I go to bed, I want to get out and move the tent a little bit anyway, so it's facing more the beach, because the wind's changed and it's changed the direction that it's blowing in, so I might move the tent around a bit. It's not secured down to the floor anyway. It's my weight is the only thing holding it down, so I'm just going to move it around anyway, so it's going to orientate a bit differently, and I'll see if I can jiggle the bed around to get the zip lower. I don't know, it doesn't look like I can. So a different design of bed perhaps would allow you to do the zip up, but this is actually the end bars on the cot are quite a bit wider than the cot itself, which is pulling it so taut I can't get it done up. But even if I can't, that's fine. The weather's going to be fine, and it's lovely and warm in here. Leviathan sleeping bag's going to be perfectly enough. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight. I will get out, as I say, and adjust the tent, but I'm basically going to bed now, so good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I got up quite late, so I packed up straight away because I shouldn't really be here. So I packed up straight away, put everything in the van, and then came back just to have a cuppa right on the water's edge, quite literally. Look at that. Literally right next to the water, because it's gorgeous. It's beautiful weather, and I'm right next to the sea. I've come right down to the front. I'm just brewing a brew. And can you see that? There it is. Just gonna have a cup of tea. I'm gonna have a coffee, and then I'm gonna head off. So that tent is. I slept really well. I had no problems at all. You know, I couldn't zip it all the way up, but it was so warm last night, it didn't really matter. So if it had rained, I'd have been in trouble, a lot of trouble. It's not meant for backpacking. We knew that. I just wanted to know why, and the reason why is it's too tall. It doesn't withstand the wind. It's got no guy ropes, only the ones that peg into the floor. And I don't really know what fishermen want that type of tent either, really. So but it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and it was fun putting it up, and it was really nice little cozy place as well, and being on that cot bed was more comfortable. So so yeah, it was a really fun time, and I haven't really solved why it's a fisherman's tent. I know why it isn't a backpacking tent, but I don't really know why it's a fisherman's tent. I don't know what. I'm not a fisherman, so I don't know, but I don't see what it has that a fisherman needs, because if it rains he's still going to get wet, and you can put a cot bed in it, but you can't put anything else in it, so I'm not really sure how that would work, but nonetheless I had a laugh, and that's essentially all it's about. And I'm just going to have my coffee and then I'm going to leave, so there's nothing more to say, but thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.